Good evening. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Peace, poetry, prismatic dreams. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, let me start by saying first, his name is Phoenix. He's a 5-month-old baby, and he has a brother named Malachi. He was born one of the twins by a poet in our community. He was born with a heart defect, which recently had him required to have open heart surgery. And he also had blue baby syndrome. And if that wasn't enough, the father died when the mother was only a month pregnant, so he never got to see his children. If you'd like to help baby Phoenix, I will put a link into the chat room for you. And let's see if we can do something about one of our community. Hello, my name is Max Parthas.
It is my very esteemed pleasure to present the duo. They've been married for how long? Have been married? 25. They've been married for 25 years strong. Yeah, give that a round of applause. This is, yeah, they're getting married again next month, and I get to be their best man, so that's awesome. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this dynamic duo goes by Maximum Impact. They are together, Mr. Maximus Parthas and Mrs. Tribal Rain. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Maximum Impact!
What's up, Nashville, Tennessee? How the hell are you? My name is Max Parthas. This is my wife, Tribal Rain. Collectively, we are known as Maximum Impact. We're here from Columbia, South Carolina, and we are real good friends and family members of Mr. Geovanni Marcel. I've personally held at least 3 of her children in my arms when they were little babies, man. And I've tried to mentor some of her older children over the years. She's been a key member of Prismatic Dreams since our initiation since conception in the year 2000, man. You know, we go back a long way. You guys want to just give us a little bit with it? Tribal Rain and I are troublemakers. Yeah. Now, I don't know how you feel about that. You know, we're not up here to give you the feel-good thing. We normally come up here to open your minds to things that are going on around you. And we're really in your face with it. And yes. I just want to say in advance, if we should offend anybody by mistake, sounds like personal problem. I also want to mention something before we get into this. Here at Phoenix Fest, at the Hard Rock Cafe, that there's another story behind the story, and I'm going to keep it to a very small minimum, just so you know. At 4 weeks into her pregnancy, she lost the father of her children. I don't know if you knew that or not. It makes things so much more different. It's the unsung story here. Not only does she have to go through the trials and tribulations of raising these children, and trying to meet the costs of a society that keeps heaping more and more on just to keep her children alive and fed. But she has to do it knowing that those 2 boys will never see their father's face. And that is something worth giving for. So give as much as you possibly can. And I know I came here all the way from Columbia, South Carolina to do poetry. But when I think of things like that, I have to be honest, I don't really have any poetry. I ain't got nothing to say that hasn't already been said, like by dichotomy. I haven't got nothing to read that hasn't already been read. And although I know some can hear me now, in the long run, when it's all done, most don't ever care anyway. Actually, apathy seems to be the modus operandum. People are putting up with any kind of atrocity that this sinister system might hand them. And I don't know if God damn them, and I'm not trying to second guess, but lately, Tribal, I've been feeling stressed because it appears that cowardice has become contagious, and it's making me more than a little nervous. It seems like everybody wants to put everything they got into a well-known company called lip service. You do it, they claim it. You make it, they name it. Popularize it, monetize it, then put it on t-shirts and coffee cups with slick slogans like "Capitalism sucks." You can get 2 shirts for 30 or 3 cups for 15 bucks. And the absurdity is certainly hurting the cause. It's like wearing Urban Commando khakis when you really don't have the balls to bounce. And we should all denounce them, but we don't dare. Unless it affects the integrity of our necks or our next paychecks, we really don't care. So what poetry could I possibly read that could probably lead to compassion or action? I feel like a fool for even asking. So no, I don't have any poetry today. I ain't got nothing to say that hasn't already been said. I ain't got nothing to read that hasn't already been read. I ain't got no cute quotes to make you run out the Hard Rock Cafe door screaming, "That's all I can stand, I can't take it anymore." You will take it like a whore and beg for more. Come on, folks, let's be truthful. We take it up the back every day with no grace, no mercy, no compassion. Fools are always fruitful. Like seedless grapes, they don't breathe, they're being bred. Or like Manchurian candidates who don't lead, they're being led. It's the next best thing to being dead and not too far from fulfilling that post. At the most, we're the host for an evil indwelling. More concerned with getting laid or paid than freeing slaves. And Sojourner Truth will probably roll over in a grave. Harriet Tubman would be ashamed to be associated with the likes of types of people we become. Odds are she might even regret freeing just one, when centuries later we would re-enslave our own daughters and sons. And for what? An iPhone, a cell phone, a PlayStation, a value menu burger? We could have been freedom fighters. But instead, we went into 2012 and coming into 2013 as accomplices to murder. So no, I don't have any poetry today. I ain't got nothing to say that hasn't already been read. I ain't got nothing to read that hasn't already been said. But that's all right, Travel, because we're here at the Hard Rock Cafe for the Phoenix benefit tonight, and we can talk this type of stuff all darn night.
Yes, we can.
Because we are the poets.
We are the poets. We say what's on everyone else's mind. We are history storytellers, the prophets of the future and the oracles of the past. We traverse the spiral of time and carry the burden of truth, conscience, and consequences on our backs. We are the griots of yesterday, the poets of today, and the martyrs of tomorrow. We are you with a voice. Society's aborted children without a choice because we are compelled to do what we do. Gee, how many folks do you know who would give up family, health, and home to travel the world for a profession that may or may not pay out? See, people, I ain't getting rich up in here. We are your hopes, your doubts, and your fears, all tied into one. We are a purpose, a collective voice that cries out for truth and yells, screw the consequences, I will be heard. See, I once had someone tell me that they were afraid to meet me because I seemed too revolutionary, too militant, too large. To which I replied, I am 5'1" and I'm not so much a revolutionary as I am an actionist. But make no mistake, the revolution will be poeticized. See, people, my biggest weapon is my mouth, and I know how to use it well. No pun intended. So for those of you out there who don't like what you hear, all I can say is screw you if you can't hang, because we as a people have been hanging for far too long, and I don't know about you, but I'm tired of swinging in the bees. I got motion sickness. It's time to stop pussyfooting around the elephant in the room. It's time to stop holding our hands out for the handcuffs. Stop stretching our necks out for that noose. It's time to stop giving in to that all too convenient excuse that one person can't make a difference. Because where there's one dissatisfied soul, there are many. Look at Egypt, look at Syria, look at Libya, look at South Africa, now look at America. As Americans, we've become too complacent. We're too happy being sheeple in a nation governed by a people who are content to feed us lies. It's time to wake the hell up and open your eyes. It's time to rise. It's time to rise, because the revolution is going on out there without most of you.
See, Tribal Rain, y'all. Give it up for Tribal Rain.
Yeah.
When we say things like that, and we're like really in your face with it, people hit us with some craziness sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, Max, free your mind. Free your mind. I hear it all the time. People talk about, Max, free your mind. It's the line most often spoken. But if our minds are doing time and our lives are on the line, then our priorities must be broken. While you tune in and zone out and become one with the verse, there are children being locked in jail cells and raped of self-worth. We're becoming aware of things and freaking waves, but we're still digging graves for prison planet slaves who used to be known as our sons and daughters, fathers and mothers, sisters and brothers. As one of the others, I am here to tell you, you're taking the wrong damn direction, man. You're making the wrong damn selection, man, with the last of your family plan's precious minutes. There's a whole collection of things needing to be freed, not just in thoughts and songs, but in facts and deeds. So if you really want freedom, then go get the key to every corporate prison on earth and turn them. Open up the door to any class for anyone that wants to come in and learn them. Feed all the poor. House all the homeless. Give hope to the hopeless. Doctors, go out among the masses and heal as many as you physically can. Not just those scores who can afford to be whores for your pumped up premium insurance plans. Every single one of us needs to take a righteous stand. React, revolt, resist, refuse, and reprise. Don't just march on the White House. Take your mind-freeing ass inside and do something. Forget about security. The hell with your opinion. If the Lord is your God, then go take dominion. To free your mind, you only need to open your mouth and speak it into existence and then expect it. So say it with me now if you don't mind. I was born free.
I was born free.
And I will be.
And I will be.
Respected.
Respected.
See, if you feel freer, it's because you are. You have always had the rights to the warmth of the sun and the lights from the stars. You've always been the reason why the seasons come and go. Why God raised man and laid his own son low. See, freedom's price is losing fear in the face of your own death. So don't let this be tribal and Max up here wasting our fading breath. Because I still have hope, and yes, I still feel blessed that we might face these fears and say without guilt or guile that I will not sit idly by while. I will not sit idly by while. I will not sit idly by while we are being devoured by demons from dawn unto dusk. What good is freeing minds in a nation full of soulless, rotting husks? But if you still feel that you must, then forget about your kids. Go free your mind. Free your mind. I hear it all the time. People talking about Max, free your mind. It's the line most often spoken. But if our minds are doing time and our lives are on the line, then our priorities must be broken. Just lift your eyes up. Let your eyes rise up. See the sign of the times, and if it's time, rise up.
Rise up when brothers and sisters no longer know how to act and share a secret practice, share wealth and fame, as Malcolm said, by any means necessary. Rise up when fathers are out there killing sons and even 5-year-olds are carrying guns and our daughters are walking the streets. They're shaking their tits and bottoms, trying to rise through life, lying on their backs, servicing some young boy's stick. And people, our babies are growing up quick. Trying to raise themselves and for all the younger brothers and sisters, because there's no such thing anymore as an honest babysitter in the ghetto. Everybody's out there trying to take care of their own, trying to keep the streets out of the home. Even though mama's on crack and daddy never made it back from that drugstore on the corner. See, he made a left turn at the light and then daddy lost sight of the wife and kids he left behind who depended on him for $1 and a dream. And people, I'm just a poet. All I can do is write and scream. But my war cries remain unanswered because society has turned a blind eye and a deaf ear to what goes on out there in their happy little suburban homes. And the children of Abraham are left outside alone in the cold yet again. We're wandering the desert floors, knocking on doors that will never be open to us. And me, I'm still screaming. Because I've seen enough death, poverty, and starvation to last me 3 or 4 lifetimes, and I'm wondering, are you catching the signs? It's Cain and Abel all over again. I'm wondering when mankind is going to learn his lesson, because my God is getting sick and tired of giving out second chances. Come on. Your soul's eternity depends on your next answer. Before you realize it, it will be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, end game. Lights out, and all the lessons will be done. And you'll have lost all hope of ever rising up. So lift your eyes up.
Let your wise rise up. See the signs of the times, and if it's time, rise up. Rise up when death and hell dwell among all God's people. When those we chose and trusted have become completely corrupted and inherently evil. When the feast that feeds you starves our father's children. When snuff, porn, and pedo forms begin to get top billing, rise up when famine claims millions, when justice gives blind eyes to billions. If the Lord's anger is no longer feared, if his protection is gone and your enemies are near, if you've seen the seas fill over and the mountains shake, break, and fall, and if the moon ever turns blood red and you can't see the sun at all, rise up when innocent citizens perish for all our sins' sake. If the future seems bleak and your soul's at stake, rise up when it appears that any hope left may already be lost. And if the price is your son or your daughter's life and you refuse to pay the cost, if you ever had to ask God why, and the thunder rolled, if you just once had to wonder, have we sold our souls? Rise up for the life of an unborn child. When the homeless are reviled and the masses are beguiled. Rise up when our doctrines dictate that we all deal in death. When we stop giving more and we start caring less. If the best you can do has already been done. If the battle isn't won and the fighting's just begun. If you don't see none and know we really need one, rise up. Peace, poetry, and prismatic dreams. I'm Max Parthas. This is Travel Rain. Hopefully we've touched somebody's heart today.